Welcome to Unpopular Tea. I'm Taj. If you're new here, I share my thoughts based on facts and or opinions. I also share my favorite teas and how they might be implemented in your own life. I'm not here to win friends or be politically correct. And without further hold up, let's get into today's topic, which is the things I like about the Philippines. All right, guys. So number one for me, thing that I like about the Philippines is the weather. I grew up in Massachusetts where it's predominantly cold throughout the year, at least cold for me. Anything below like 50 degrees, 60 degrees, that's cold to me. Snows a lot there, so I was tired of that. Moved down south to Georgia, South Carolina, subtropical climate, and now I'm here in the Philippines and I love it, man. You know, 80, 90, 100 degree weather, essentially year round. Yeah, that's my vibe, that's my speed. Now, next thing is cost effectiveness. I believe at the time of filming, $1 equates to about 58 pesos, which for me is amazing. Your money can stretch very, very long, giving you a lot of opportunities to do different things out here, to try different things and see if you might like it out here. Now, the next thing is the types of people that you can run into. So far, I want to say I ran into someone from Russia, Germany, Australia, California, Florida, people from everywhere, man. There's a lot of exchange students out here as well. So you get immense opportunity to, see what other people are about, experience their cultures, and just to learn, Now, next up is how late businesses are open. So I'm here in Cebu, where you have IT Park. So you have people getting off of work at all different times of the days. So a lot of these establishments are either open 24 hours or all the way to like 3 a.m., sometimes even later than that, especially if you're talking about some of these outside, food spots and whatnot. So that's definitely clutch. Just a lot to do at all times of the day. Another thing too, which you guys may not have heard from anybody else, is the fact that kids are actually outside here. They're squatted up, there's a whole bunch of groups of them and they're out there having fun, going from the mall, malls to malls, going from store to store, restaurants to restaurants. Very cool to see. And, if I was younger, that's definitely something that I would want to experience while being out here. With there being so many different types of people here and things open very, very late and just a lot of things to do being on an island, like going to the beach, you can really never be bored here, at least I feel, unless you're just, a boring person and you just, you're very closed off, not open-minded, but so much to do out here. I have barely scratched the surface, but like I said, you have the beaches, you have, laser tag. I mean, you have go-karting, you have going to try different malls, you have amusement parks, you have restaurants that are open up literally all the time, like brand new ones. Even new malls are being built. Man, they have like plate smashing, different lounges opening up. I mean, there's so much, man, so much to do when you come out here. The more that you're into, the more opportunity there is out here for you, and especially if you have funds. And what I mean by that is there's a lot of building going on, there's a lot of infrastructure, a lot of influx of people coming here, even from Manila. People are moving from Manila to work down here. And I noticed that there aren't a lot of establishments that we might be accustomed to, like in the US, for example, that could easily be implemented out here. So again, if you have the money and if you have the mind to make it happen and, cost effectiveness, you can easily make it happen out here as long as you follow the right protocols. I've been getting a lot of requests for this next one offline, and I'm only going to touch on it just a bit here. This could be its own video, but the next reason why I like the Philippines is the women. They're definitely beautiful. Haven't been colonized by the Spanish. You have a beautiful mix of Asian and Spanish. So, a lot of interesting looking people out here. And not only that, not that I had any issues with women back in the US, but the women here are a lot more approachable and traditional than women back in the US. The next thing is that music is big here. So when you go to different restaurants, when you go to different establishments like 7-Eleven or anything like that, there's always music playing. And I kid you not, these individuals, they know how to sing. People working there, people there just listen to the music, they know how to sing. They be singing their ass off. I've been to karaoke, they be doing the thing. So I definitely love that. I'm very musically inclined, so I just love to be around. Music is just uplifting, and hearing people sing too is such a beautiful thing. All right, guys, we're here on Unpopular Tea, so it wouldn't be right if I didn't speak about at least one of my favorite teas. And what I have for you guys today is dandelion tea. Now, dandelion tea is good for a lot of things. Some of the reasons why I take it is for gut health, digestive health, and for inflammation. Definitely do your research, look into it, and try as hard as you can to incorporate this into your diet. It doesn't have to be this exact brand, but look, do your research, like I said, and try to find the right type of dandelion for you, either loose leaf or the root. All right, back to the video. Most people don't really think about this next topic when they think about the Philippines, but the next thing I want to talk about, and one of the reasons why I like the Philippines, is the fashion. Now, you have a lot of youth out here. Like, honestly, I feel like a lot of the people that live here in Cebu and close to IT Park are between like the ages of 15 to like 32, maybe 35. So there's a lot of youth out here, and a lot of people dress kind of swaggy, I'm not gonna lie. Now, I was told that a lot of the influences that exist out here are from, Korea. There's a lot of Korean influence out here, and I think their fashion has a lot to do with that, or plays a role in some of the influences out here. And then also, United States influences, and you have people who just mix and match and just make their own things out here. It's pretty dope. Now, this next one, I'm pretty sure if you've done Philippines research, you've heard quite a bit, and it's how safe it's been for me out here, and how safe that it might be in general for people visiting out here. There's armed guards everywhere, which for me, I have mixed feelings about, and I'll touch on in my next video about the dislikes of the Philippines. But typically, not too much happens. I haven't been robbed. No one really gives me too many issues. No one's done anything to harm me. So it's definitely very safe, especially where I live too. Next thing is Red Horse. If you're not familiar with Red Horse, it's one of the popular beers out here. It's 9% alcohol content, and the taste for me is really good, and the fact that it's strong as well. You don't need to buy as many of this type of beer in order to get like a light buzz going on. Just feel yourself, enjoy yourself, things of that nature. All right, so this next thing is how accessible most things are. For me, I live in this residential area where I have a condo, and it's kind of tucked away in the cut. But if you walk onto the main road, that's going to lead you to where everything else is. Just on that road alone, you can find things like fruits, vegetables, people selling socks, people selling beef, pork. And even if I couldn't find things beyond my basic needs, I can just cross the street and there's a mall right there where I can find everything else I might need. And then even if I can't find everything there, all I have to do is walk 12 minutes in the same direction, and there's another mall that has even more things. It's like 5 times the size of the mall that's closest to me, and you can find everything there, from furniture to electronics to clothes to they even have a grocery store in there. So things are very accessible here. Now, the next thing is Food Panda. If you're not familiar with Food Panda, it's the equivalent to DoorDash, right? And it's super convenient because sometimes you don't want to leave the crib, you don't want to hop out, get on a taxi. I don't ride the mopeds here, or they call them motorbikes here. I don't ride those. So sometimes you don't want to pay for the taxi. Sometimes you don't feel like walking. So just being able to have things delivered right to you is very, very efficient. Now, the only downside to Food Panda in comparison to DoorDash is they're not allowed, I guess in some places, or they just don't bring it directly to your doorstep. So you always have to go down. Like, I live on the 6th floor. I always have to go down and meet them outside, not even right off the elevator. I have to walk a little bit. And depending on the time of the day, I might have to walk all the way to the gate because delivery drivers aren't allowed in after a certain time here in my residence. But Food Panda, definitely clutch. This next one, I'm sure you've heard quite a bit, is Jollibee. So Jollibee is fire, man. Like, I was surprised how well Filipinos fry some damn chicken out here, bro. Especially the 2-piece spicy joint. Oh my God, so good, so good. So, and the burgers too. I don't know what kind of meat they use. I don't know if it's like chicken beef or just chicken, or what kind of beef they use, but the burgers at Jollibee, they're good too. I've tried the Salisbury steak. That joint is good too. The spaghetti, surprisingly, was good too. And the iced tea, I don't know where they get their iced tea from. It's good too. So if y'all come to the Philippines, definitely try some Jollibee, man. It'll be worth it. We've covered all of my likes for this video. In the next video, we're gonna go ahead and cover my dislikes. So if you wanna hear all the things that I dislike about the Philippines, which most likely will be different than anybody else you've heard, please follow me, check me out, and see what it's about. Until the next time, I'm Popular T.